Hello, I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and we are answering publicly posted questions on avo.com, getting folks the answers they need from an employment attorney. And here we have our question. I work in the medical industry, and I'm being asked to meet with a director and with HR regarding an ongoing investigation. Is the union good enough to represent me, I assume, or do I need something more? I was told to meet with the director and HR regarding a performance issue that is the core of an ongoing investigation. No decisions have been made yet. I'm scheduled to meet in a couple days. I'm a licensed medical professional with 23 years there, an unblemished record, and excellent reviews. I'm also a member of the union. I'm worried and scared, and I don't even know what the charges are, except there's a mention of lateness. There's no mention of lateness in all my years about anything of the sort. I'm scared the union may not be enough, and I don't know if I need to hire an employment attorney or at least meet with one. How can the employer make me go through this for the past week? I've been reassigned to researching medical treatments, and I'm working off the work campus, essentially. Okay, so you may or may not have the right to have an employment attorney present, but I actually wouldn't recommend that you do ask to have one present, because this is kind of the thing that unions are made for, right? If you have a union that is actually doing its job, and not every union does its job. Many, many unions are just stealing your money, and they're not actually going to represent you that well. But often in the medical industry, the unions are quite good, right? So if your union is good and you trust your union, that's enough. That's enough to go in and sit down and agree to nothing and have your union present as a witness, hear what the other side has to say. It's probably not that big a deal. It's probably just, hey, you've been late a couple times and we need to write you up for that. And it's probably something where you can either contest that and grieve it and potentially even take it to arbitration, or maybe it's no big deal and they just want to warn you, hey, stop being late, right? So one, you've got a lot of anxiety, it seems, from the question about this meeting. I wouldn't. I think it's okay. I think it is. If it's not, it's also not going to happen very suddenly. Whatever happens, you're going to have your union there. You're not going to agree to necessarily anything that day. You're going to have your union there as a witness, and then after the meeting, you're going to talk to them. They're going to present you options. If someone says, hey, we need to put you on a performance improvement plan, well, say, okay, I hear you. Let me talk to my union. We'll get back to you. You might be filing a grievance. You might be fighting the performance improvement plan. God forbid they're seeking to terminate you, which I think is probably unlikely. Okay, hear them out. Stay calm. Meet with your union. Get your options. You can fight that too. Now, the realm where you might get into wanting an employment attorney is if there's some kind of discrimination going on, right? You know, I don't know anything about you, and you make no mention of discrimination, but it does seem kind of strange that after all these years, they're suddenly targeting you for lateness, right? So if there's something like that going on, it's worth calling an employment attorney at that point, right? It's worth having a chat. I'm sure anybody in this industry is going to be happy to speak to you free of charge, right? Call someone local. Make sure they've got a lot of experience in the field. Don't get a matrimonial attorney or a personal injury attorney who thinks they know something about employment law. That often doesn't work out well, right? But get someone who actually practices employment law and only employment law, okay? And talk things out with them. That should be free. Or, you know, maybe if you want some extra time, you want more than half an hour or something like that, maybe you give them a small retainer. You know, nothing big. But that's what I would recommend. And if you have follow-up questions, I'm definitely available. Happy to create more videos for you, not a problem. If you feel like this video helped you, consider giving me a like and subscribe down below. Helps me to help more people just like you. Good luck.